My name's Jerry Scott, and I grew up at Rocky Mountain, Stillwell. I guess it'd be Stillwell, but it's about 7 miles from Stillwell. My father's name was Daniel Scott, and my mom was Lula Scott. Two girls and four boys, but we had one half brother and one half sister, so that made eight all together. The stuff we had to do was cut wood, bring the wood in on a porch when we come home from school. You know, all my brothers had same thing. We worked together, and back then, you know, we mind the parents, and but today they don't mind. Our mom had switch behind it too, though, if we didn't mind. Peach limb. Sometimes we ran off, a lot of times though, but she was waiting on us. We climbed a tree way up there, and she said, "When you get hungry, you're gonna get home anyway. I'm just gonna go back." She said, you know, like she said, when we got hungry, we came home. We didn't have anything to play with like they have technology now. That look at those phones. We used to have a wheel from a wagon, a steel wheel, and a board, and we used to shove it around. You know, that's just shove it around, and sometimes we'll make a homemade basketball goal in our side of the house, and we'll play. Bunch of we get together and play. You know, just made out a bicycle rim or something like that. We tack it on the wall, side of the wall at the house, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, we didn't have to have, you know, TV. We couldn't afford it anyway. We didn't have electric in our house.
Did you guys run around in the woods and stuff?
Yeah, we didn't have to go too far to go in the woods because we didn't have a lawnmower or anything to cut the grass with. The grass was that high, and it's just like a jungle. You know, we still played in it. You know, funny thing about it, though, we played in the weeds all that time, all day long, but we never seen snake. I think God was taking care of us because you know, we didn't know any better at that time. Matter of fact, I got knocked out one time. Tried to be there's a vine out there, and we had big truck tire, and we stand up on there, and I dove. I missed it, but hit a rock. I passed out. I didn't pass out though. I just didn't know anybody. You know, I don't know what happened, but a lot of times when we was growing up, we would get tar. We call it caissons back then. You know, we get around there and go down the hill with it, you know, down the house. But there's a hill down there that goes a little bit, and or else we could put dust in the tars inside and push them around. That dust would be flying all over the place.
Did you speak English when you went to school?
No, just a little bit, not very much. I knew all Cherokee. That's all I grew up with, Cherokee. We had a Cherokee teacher. She was a Cherokee. In other words, if we couldn't get nothing, she'll explain it, interpret in the Cherokee what she's talking about. Mostly we just played marbles and stuff like that. And even the teachers was out there. This teacher, he was, well, the 8th graders, he take them, but I used to just watch them, you know. They made a little ring, but that big, and at the ball field, you know, that's where they played. So after bell rung, the teacher would dive in, you know, get try to get all of them, you know, put it in a sack, and that's the way it was, you know. If it bell rings, everybody just jumped in, get all they can, you know, out of that pot. We walked. First time we walked about about 2 miles around, you know, after we get some water, and we bring it up there, and But then we got that well water. Then we had it really, we thought we really had it made. We get Kool-Aid and get that cold water in there, drink it, you know. We didn't have no ice because we didn't have electric, you know. We did get ice once in a while from town. They had blocks, and they put it in tub, and we drink water out of that one, cold water we needed, but it didn't last. Well, it lasted almost all day, that block of ice did. We had a few cows, and it was a giveaway. Back then, they didn't sell it like they used to now. We would just hang it up on the outside, milk outside, and whoever comes by get it, that it was his. You know, we didn't charge anything. My dad would go shopping in town. They used to have Cookson Hill stage bus come through there close to our, not really close. We had to walk about half a mile still yet. He told us to go meet him when he comes back. You know, take groceries and take wagon with us, put that groceries back on there, and bring it back home. And late at night, they'd be cooking pork chops and sausage, and just it was fresh. We didn't put it in the freezer or nothing. It was fresh. Put it in, cook it right there just when they brought it. Mom used to can a lot, strawberries and blackberries, wild blackberries, beans and stuff like that. You know, we didn't have to buy nothing all year. I just remember one thing when we was kids. He kill a chicken every year, and get that green stuff out of the, you know what they say it's poison now. Doctors, they said, give us a little spoonful, but that was really bitter. I still remember that. And he put a little bit sugar in there and told us to drink it. He said, you never get sick while you're a kid, you know, while you're just kids. And so on, we didn't hardly get sick. Every year we'd take turpentine every winter for, you know, to take care of, it took care of worms and stuff like that inside, you know. And it was kind of bittersweet, that turpentine, but we had to drink it. We couldn't say no. My house especially, neighbors used to come and cut wood for my dad, you know. All that's what they got, you know, together from Cherokee Nation, you know. They call it in Cherokee, but this was real, you know. They really had love, you know. They do it. About four families would come, and my mom and them ladies would cook dinner for them. You know, that's all they done. Just ate. They didn't charge nothing. We had wood all year round, and when they got through with that, they go some other house, did the same thing.